Dubai's office market continued to see strong demand for prime commercial property, resulting in declining vacancy rates in key locations, according to real estate consultancy firm CBRE. Its Q1 2016 Dubai Market View said demand is currently outstripping supply in TCOM and DIFC, encouraging a new wave of development. Around 800,000 square meters of new office space is expected to be completed over the next 3 years. This includes the ICD Brookfield Place at the DIFC, which will comprise around 1.1 million square feet of Grade A offices and high-quality retail. CBRE said that there has also been sustained demand for new free zone licenses, with DMCC currently experiencing positive take-up rates driven by demand for smaller office spaces from startups and SMEs. Average prime CBD office rentals saw some marginal growth during the quarter, with rates rising up to 1,916 dirhams per square meter per annum, reflecting the sustained demand for well-located and good-quality office products, according to the report. Data from a recent survey has shown that despite their generally positive view of their own skill levels, 59% of job seekers in the UAE find it difficult to secure a job with their current skills, with 19% claiming it is very difficult. The Skills Gap in the Middle East and North Africa survey, conducted by Bait.com and YouGov, found that job seekers rated the importance of various skills in improving their chances of finding new jobs. When people seeking employment for senior positions in the UAE are asked about the skills they possess, they rated collaboration and teamwork as their strongest skill. This was followed by overall personality and demeanor, communication skills, ability to work under pressure, efficiency, and critical thinking and problem solving. In order to keep their skills current, job seekers in the UAE are committed to self-improvement and rated reading articles and journals at 62%, reading books at 53%, researching industry best practices at 46%, and taking online courses at 39% as the most popular methods to achieve this. When asked about the best solutions for the perceived skills gap, respondents across the MENA region said companies should provide enough training opportunities to employees at 42%, companies, educational institutions, and governments should work together to predict future skills needs at 40%, and companies and educational institutions should work together to provide students with the skills they need to enter the job market at 39%, being the most ideal solutions according to the survey. As UAE-India joint trade is expected to reach $100 billion by 2020, Forbes Middle East has revealed the names of their 4th top Indian leaders in the Arab world this year, recognizing their achievements while also celebrating the success stories of Indian businesses in the Middle East. At a ceremony to mark the achievements of the most powerful and prosperous Indian leaders in the Arab world, organizers at the Forbes Middle East highlighted that over the years, Indian expats have had a major influence in the GCC, who use their enterprising skills and much-needed capital to set up multi-billion-dollar companies in the region. During his opening remarks, His Excellency T.P. Sitharam, the Indian ambassador to the UAE, stated that India-UAE relations will significantly improve in the coming years, particularly in the field of infrastructure and renewable energy. And as more high-level visits are expected very soon, business communities in both countries should make advantage of their geographical proximity and improve trade ties. Out of a total of 100 Indian entrepreneurs and 50 top executives in the Middle East, 10 leaders have their businesses that are more than 50 years old, while a number of Indians handle top leadership positions in multinational and Arab companies. Some of the criteria used for ranking companies including revenues generated, number of employees, and the age of the company, while top executives were ranked based on their overall experience and geographical reach, among other factors.
It's a beautiful country. I consider this the best country in the world because life it's very comfortable. Doing business is very easy. Government supports entrepreneurs like us. We are in the business of education and healthcare, and this is really supported by the government. They need people like us. We are indirectly, as a private entrepreneur, contributing to the community, to the economy of this country. So it's been a lovely journey so far. I'm looking forward. I think the future will be great. The award, we have to work for it. It doesn't happen on its own. So we have to apply, we have to follow some of their criteria. It's only then, it's a 1 year work with the government, Dubai government. And we plan to do it with all our businesses. Like we are in the hospitality, we are into education. The Gulf Medical University is planning to apply for the Dubai Quality Award. We are into retail. Tumbe pharmacies and optical shops are applying for the Quality Award. We want to show the world that we are a well organized, professionally run organization. We have some very big plans for UAE, for India, for the other countries. So, and we work according to the policies of the government. Like, for example, government announced the medical tourism in Dubai. We work closely with them, and we are one of the biggest medical tourism destinations in the private sector in Dubai.
Our company is ITL Cosmos Group. It was the first company to be officially decreed by the ruler of Dubai at that time is INS Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum. It was because in those days there was nothing like regulatory body to allow any company to establish. So we have been here for 62 years actually. I have been here for last 58 years. It has been a very pleasant journey. We have continued to be mirroring the growth of Dubai, and it's always a pleasure to be part of it.
The whole point of the ranking and for events like this is to celebrate the connections between the Middle East and India, and to just celebrate that relationship. It's been going on for centuries. It's stronger than ever now. And we're just really excited to have such a room full of influential people. Celebration of what they give back to community and what they give to the economies of the GCC. Because the scope is just massive. They don't just own the multi-billion-dollar companies kind of building the infrastructure and building the skylines. These are the guys laying the bricks and laying the foundations and teaching the young youth, So it's an incredibly important relationship.
The Roads and Transport Authority, RTA, has announced the introduction of a new appointment system whereby companies having fleets of 1,000 or more vehicles can now pre-book vehicle testing during peak hours services. Commenting on the new appointment system, RTA officials were quoted as saying that their aim is to gradually step up the share of pre-booked appointments to as much as 80% of the allocated testing time by 2020. It was stated that service providers have already been notified about gearing up service centers for the implementation of the new service, and they are confident that this will help in easing congestion and accelerate the processing of transactions. Some of the service providers where vehicular testing can be pre-booked include Tasjil Al-Ghusais, Tasjil Al-Barsha, and Wasl Nad Al-Hamar.